Think it's set up right. Good lord. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all doing today? I hope everyone is well. Let me say hello. Hello Axe. Hello Heatwave. Hello Neko. Hello Leon. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good day. Hello Mika. Hello Aida-san. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again. How is everyone? And hello, Poggy-song. Am I saying that right? Poggy-song Reno on YouTube. Hello everyone. It's me, your laziest Vtuber. Hello Vogue. Your attendance should be working after the head pat. Give it a second. Thank you for the head pats. I'm alright. You broke a tooth, get that fixed. Keep forgetting to hit that button. It happens. Music should be on. Everything should be set. Hello. That sounds like a FNAF entrance. Hello. Today, it's a special broadcast from me. Hello. This deters from my usual streams because this is officially a charity stream. As you may or may not have heard, on a couple days ago, Hong Kong had the worst fire it has had in hecking decades. And instead of like me pulling information out of my entire bum, I have grabbed an article from South China Morning Post that has been updated in the last couple of days with all the latest information and everything that has been going on in Hong Kong so that, you know, I'm accurate and you guys are informed as well. Hello Dream, hello Leon, thank you for taking attendance. There is zero pressure to donate, but I have all the information here. So if you don't feel like you could listen, you could spread the word, or you can be like, TLDR please. And that would be the TLDR. I have made the most easiest TLDR here. And if you wish to see this infographic by yourself because Zane is going way too slow and you wish to read ahead, there is a link to that as well to read to yourself. It is the one in more information, the third link. There might be more places to donate, but the two that I can verify are definitely correct and real are the ones from Red Cross Hong Kong and Habitat Hong Kong. Should you be able to donate and you are able to provide me with a proof of donation, I will turn on the reverb and I'll sing you a song. Preferably of your choice. If you don't choose, then you may choose a language and I will pick a song. But that is one of my incentives to help everyone to give to charity. Optionally, there is that goal up there that I do not want to hit, but it is a goal that is like a total goal of everything. We understand how these work. We're gonna get going. We're gonna get started. Alright. Basically, this hacking started on November 26th. It is a place in Tai Po in the New Territories. New Territories have a very big concentration of people. And if you don't really know how Hong Kong's geography works, then Hong Kong is actually a very like mountainous region. It's very hilly and we don't have a lot of space, but we have a lot of people. So a lot of residential areas in Hong Kong are very tight packed and the buildings are super tall. It can go anywhere from like the walkable floors. Places with no elevators or lifts can be up to 10 floors, where you just have to suck it up and walk it up. Or places with elevators and lifts can go up to like 72 floors with fire floors in between. So yeah, this was a like a residential, how do we call it in Hong Kong? It's like a 地區, it's like 我哋住喺嗰, yeah, housing complex, I guess. I'll just read it. You know what? It's a goddamn housing complex in Tai Po. They had 8 very tight-packed towers of people, and it looks like there were 31 floors on each. And it just kind of spread that afternoon. Basically, it escalated to the highest level we have seen like in many years. It started as like a little fire that everyone was like, oh, that's fine. People will put it out. And then it erupted pretty quickly. We aren't sure if it's the wind. We weren't sure if it's like the white styrofoam. A lot of people overseas were confused about Hong Kong's architectural choices with using bamboo scaffolding, which is not accurate because most people would think, oh, bamboo, it would burn up really quickly, but that is entirely inaccurate and has been disproven by many people. It was partially the green mesh and some illegally placed white styrofoam that were blocking out the windows, and that caused not only the fire to grow, but also toxic gas to infiltrate the houses. But I will go on. Here are several of the buildings as the fire erupted. It got bad enough that places from mainland China also had to send down their own firefighters to help Hong Kong's firefighters because we simply did not have the manpower to save everyone, to put out the fire, or even to control the fire. Oh, there are some words for this one. So in the beginning it started at like 2-ish, and then very quickly within 2 hours it already upgraded to like number 4, fire alarm. Then in the evening at 6 it went to 5, which is the highest that it can go in Hong Kong. So honestly, even if it was considered even more unhandleable, there's no higher grade we can put it at. By that night, the death toll was already at 36, and there were more than 279 people missing. Hello Tanta, welcome in. Thank you for taking attendance. I hope you're doing well. As mentioned, it is definitely Hong Kong's like worst fire in many decades, 7, and it took like 2 whole days to get the fire under control. Currently, as of yesterday, which is when I think the death toll has ceased, or like ceased counting, they have totaled around 128 people, more than 79, as mentioned in my own infographic, 79 people injured, and more than 200 people missing. Currently, 11 people have been arrested in parts of investigations as to like whether they caused it or anything related to it. The police hasn't given a lot of information regarding that. But these people mentioned not only include residents, but also include firefighters. And I do hear that at least one firefighter did lose their life during the controlling of the fire, and several were quite injured. A quick TLDR, we're gonna go from the start of the timeline all the way down. Hello Maylan, welcome in. We're gonna go all the way down. I'm just gonna type usually. So, on November 26th, it started at around 2:51. That's when the fire was first spotted at a place in a residential area in Tai Po called the Wangxiang House. The green meshes and green netting outside were burning, which might have given the illusion that the bamboo was burning too, which at that point it was not. Once again, if you think I'm going too slow and you want to see this infographic yourself, do click the link in more information and click it yourself to read through it as well. Very quickly, within a few minutes, the fire did escalate to a number 3 alarm fire. Then, shortly within 30 minutes later, it went to 4. Oh, I should also put this stuff on YouTube. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome in. Let me also copy this onto YouTube real quick. Oh, wow. YouTube has a stricter text limit, huh? Well, let me see what I can copy and paste onto YouTube. Meanwhile, Twitch lets me type a whole damn paragraph. Damn. For those on YouTube, I have put everything that you can see on the Twitch chat in the YouTube description as well.
Zane?
Zane?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Hello, welcome in. I can't see chat right now. I'm doing some copy and pasting.
Look at all those chickens!
There indeed do be lots of chicken. And then more information. Oh, that's everything. Alright, basically that's it. Think you can link donations for specific? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not as good when it comes to YouTube. Like, I'm actually live on YouTube right now as well. But I don't think there's like a specific one. Especially not ones like so, what's the word? Small? As the ones we have in Hong Kong. Like, I know Red Cross is probably a big name. But nah. I don't. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a quick shout out. There you are. Hello, hello. I hope you had a wonderful stream and you did everything you wanted to do. I appreciate you stopping by and rating us. I hope you had a great stream. Remember to hydrate and take care of yourself. I'm doing a short charity stream where I talk about what's happening currently right now where I am in Hong Kong and the fires that happened, what went down, and I am providing information for anyone who might have the income to help donate. But if not, you know, spread the word, and that's already super great. Should I add the thing? Should I also put in the thing that's like any donation equals song for you? There you go. I added. Alright. So very quickly, because of how uncontrollable the fire was, it was already like this is the mention of the firefighter losing contact and losing their life very quickly on the first day. Yay! I do hope everything goes well here. I believe the fire is now under control and most of the volunteer work is done, but it's like, yeah, a lot of, after work that I feel like when the news starts to dwindle and things don't become as out there because the fire has stopped, but people still need help. So here I am. Hi. Still spreading the word, reminding everyone that, people still need help. Hi, arigato, Meilin. All I'm doing is pretty much reading this, so if you'd like to read this on your own, go give it a click yourself. The link is in the commands. So it was into that late afternoon. Flames and thick smoke spread across at least 5 adjacent buildings. In Hong Kong, a lot of residential areas are very tight packed. If I can grab a picture for you to show you like how it normally is, because I feel like it's hard to understand when you don't understand how Hong Kong's like residential buildings are. Residential building. And then I have a couple. I'm getting some pictures, but a lot of these pictures aren't that great. Damn. Hong Kong's tall buildings got posted into a Reddit called Urban How. Northern Kite. Yes, that's a good image to as an example here. So Hong Kong's buildings are pretty tight packed, and they're like all stuck next to each other, so you might be questioning like, oh, how did like the other towers all catch on fire that quickly? Well, in Hong Kong, most residential areas look like this. It doesn't matter if you live in Kowloon, New Territories, or the Hong Kong Islands. Within Hong Kong, most residential areas look like this. And just, oh, I'm hovering my mouse, but you can't see it. But like, just one of those is already one tower. So everything next to it, you see, would be a different tower. So those would be already quite a lot of people, and this is definitely higher than 31 stories, which was the place that burned down. So this would be at least I can't count, but if you want to count, you can definitely see Hong Kong buildings are very tall. And there are some pictures where people have taken mostly for aesthetics. How do I explain this? For historical purposes, but I think it also shows like just how close these places are to each other. So this is like a person standing, and you can see like there will be next to the plant here, there would be a door. There would be a door here to go up, and these are the more like shorter buildings in Hong Kong. Like these are short. 31 stories in Hong Kong is a very short tower, because either it's not structurally sound enough to go up to that tower to build higher. Hong Kong simply does not have the space for wide buildings. We can only build up. So that would be 1. Oh, you can't see my mouse, but counting from the right, 31 stories is a very short building in Hong Kong. Like these buildings that you see on the screen right now, these are all residential areas. And each color you see is a different quote-unquote tower or a different block. So that would be at least, let me zoom in. That's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are at least 13 little towers of people. And in each little rectangle here you see would be 1 flat. That isn't even counting the other flats that might be on the same floor that you can't see. So if a building burns up, it could very easily stretch over to the building next door, or a building that we call like Tower 1 or Tower 2, Tower 3, Tower A, Tower B, Tower name here, Chinese name here. Like they all sound very separate, but in reality, they are all super close to each other. And that's, along with other things, and wind, fire can spread very quickly. Sorry, I took a long time to make that point, but yes. So everyone was being dispatched, and officially at 6:22 p.m. that was the highest fire, number 5 fire alarm that was raised. Everything was falling apart, and even firefighters were struggling to get in. It was entirely uncontrollable. And when did they... I hope... I don't remember when they say... If they said like when China sent down their own firefighters. But authorities in the evening then opened nearby schools as a temporary evacuation shelter for approximately 700 to 900 people who had to evacuate. The official death toll on that very first day was already at 13, as police and firefighters were on the scene, and it was that 1 firefighter were among the dead. In the evening, even China got word of it, enough that China's president expressed his condolences and called for all our efforts, and I believe either before that or after that had started sending out help down to Hong Kong as well. After midnight, the death toll rose very quickly to 36, and it was official that another 279 people were missing. The fire did not stop overnight. It pretty much continued, and apparently overnight, while firefighters, police, and everyone were getting everything handled, the police too worked very quickly, and 3 people, including 2 directors and a consultant of the contractor that were responsible for like putting the construction outside of the buildings that caught on fire, the green mesh, the bamboos, and potential things that helped, well, quote unquote helped, or worsened the fire and pushed out toxic gas, were arrested, and they removed 20 bodies from the scene. Apparently, the Independent Commission Against Corruption, the ICAC, it's a organization in Hong Kong. They also set up a task force to investigate potential corruption related to the deadly fire. This is the 27th, so we have moved from the 26th to the 27th. On the 27th morning, we have finally reported that the fire was under control in 4 out of the 7 afflicted blocks. These blocks are the towers that I mentioned, the big rectangle places that you see. And the death toll had risen to 44, which surpassed the Garley building fire in 1996, which had claimed 41 lives back then. That was the one in 7 decades ago. So this one has then overtaken it. Initial investigates show that the protective nets, the tarpaulins, and the plastic sheets, those materials that I listed were failing to meet fire safety standards, and they were used outside the building as maintenance work. Those foam boards that were found installed to the windows of the building were found, and why this is mentioned like this, it's because you mentioned those white styrofoam things that I mentioned. Yeah, styrofoam things that when they burn, they release toxic stuff. That's the stuff. That's the foam board stuff. Like, those aren't supposed to be there. Alright, moving on to 3 p.m. The death toll continued to rise, and I'm just sad reading this. With 51 found dead at the scene, another 15 were in critical condition. Firefighters have attended to 297 calls for help, but have not been able to reach 62 cases. Hello, Prez, welcome in. Moving down to 6 p.m. The death toll remains at 55, with firefighters successfully rescuing a total of 55 survivors, while fires in all 7 blocks are finally under control. It took more than 24 hours to get the entire fire under control. Just to recap, it started on the 26th at 2:51 p.m. and the fire was not considered entirely under control until the day after at 6 p.m. Hong Kong City's leader Lee announced $300 million will be put into a fund to assist the victims, and at least 10K will be distributed to each affected household. Thank you for taking attendance. We move along to 8 p.m. and the death toll then continued to rise because, well, people are getting rescued, which is also a good thing, with 70 injured, including 10 firefighters. Move on to 10 p.m. The death toll rose to 75, with 76 injured, including 11 firefighters. By midnight, the death toll was at 83. We move on to Friday, November 28th. That was... and that is pretty much when things have actually started to calm down. Most of the volunteer work have calmed down, and there were a lot of nicer things happening in Hong Kong, if I can say it like that. Like, I wish I could instantly find those kinds of Insta posts, because there were shops in Hong Kong that would give out free food. They would bring their stall over. Like, the roughest, the most tattooed person in Hong Kong you would find, and you would find their normal little store that sells food to everyday people. You would just find them putting all the food they can into boxes and just giving it out to people, or getting people to help them take it over to the shelters. It was really nice. It was really nice. So, right, the afternoon of the 28th, the death toll was at 128, with 79 injured. The status of 200 people remains unclear. Some 89 bodies are unidentifiable, but still rescued from the building. The Secretary of Security then announced publicly that extinguishing and rescue efforts are mostly finished. It was following that evening, of course, we know the police, aka the ICAC, are continuing their work. It says it has made 8 proper arrests, and it will continue its probe into the fire and what caused it, what negligence there might have been. And starting yesterday, the mourning period did start. So a lot of sites in Hong Kong you will see are black and white now for this mourning period. Let me give you an example. One of the examples would be Hong Kong Observatory. This is the website that I go to, or well, most people in Hong Kong go to for their weather. For our morning period, we have changed most of everything we can into black and white. That is what it means. Well, I'm sure like morning period is universal. Oh, that's my bottle. Morning period is kind of a universal comment thing. I don't think I need to explain that too much. I'm gonna drink some water. After this, I will try to go to Instagram and we can see about any like more uplifting posts about the things that have been happening in Hong Kong. Because if we linger on the sad things too much, I'll just start crying. Not to say I haven't been crying already, but you know, I'll just keep crying. And despite what has happened, there are many things that have been good that came out of this, like just the typical, what's the word? Okay, just a typical like Hong Kong spirit kind of thing, because Hong Kong people, let me tell you, Hong Kong people can be the nastiest people you've ever met sometimes. But when stuff happen, we do band together pretty well. It's like, imagine a group of ruffians and it's like, we can pick on each other. Hell yeah, it's like, you're walking too slow on the street, you're getting in my way, it's like, bitch, move out of the way. But if someone shoves you and I don't even know you and they're in the wrong and they start yelling at you like, bitch, hold my bubble tea. How dare you? It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, we stand up for each other, and I've been really glad to see many things that are good coming out of this. And after this, we will definitely go to some lighter news and some happier things that are coming out. Cause I don't want to be sad forever. Well, that's my superpower, I guess. I'm sad. How do you track how much someone donated? You can pretty much just, you have to show me. I can't track, and if you don't want me to track what you donated and you just want to donate, I am entirely happy about that already. Also, thank you, Storm, for taking attendance. Did that not ding on the screen? I didn't hear the ding. Ding. You will have to let me know. I believe the websites themselves have different ways. There are 2 different websites you may, that are trusted currently. I trust, at least. That you may donate, and they have different methods of donation that you may choose. The final, because like I really don't want to take your donations, the final method, if neither of those links have ways that you are able to donate to, the final way to get to them would be through me. And just know that PayPal does take a cut. Yeah, PayPal does take a cut, and I will donate everything that got to me to, I think I would go through Habitat for me, because they have a method that's the easiest for me. And I will also show you guys proof of receipt. Very easy. Just slap it in chat. Links are allowed. I'm pretty sure I don't have the auto mod that doesn't allow links. Oh. Alright. We're gonna go into some more, what's the word? Technical things. Alright. Flammable materials. The residential towers were covered by bamboo scaffolding and draped with green mesh netting. This is a standard practice in Hong Kong during renovation works. It's like, it's the signature. You see that kind of thing in Hong Kong, you're like, oh, they're doing renovation. Yes, if people prefer not to share the receipt here, they are free to DM it, whisper it to me on Twitch. They are free to DM me on Discord. They can email it to me. They can shove it in my mouth. If they can find a way to, I will accept it. However, officials have said that the mesh netting and the waterproof tarpaulins and the plastic cloths at that specific estate did not meet safety standards. A preliminary investigation also found highly flammable polystyrene foam. Yeah, the white bubbly foam. It was used to seal windows on each floor. This is probably the craziest thing to me, and the thing that angered me the most after hearing about it. That's crazy. It's just the way it lit on fire, and not only are they highly flammable, upon bursting into flames, they are also toxic, and it leaks toxic gas into everybody's home. Okay, I'm so fine. Regarding the bamboo scaffolding, there was a giant debate on the internet about this when people found out, because as I mentioned before, people would think bamboo scaffolding and then go, oh, tree, wood, flammable. However, I'll simply read what they have written here. Hong Kong is one of the last places in the world where bamboo is still widely used for scaffolding in construction. It's flexible, strong, and cheaper than steel and aluminium. Bamboo as a material is usually resistant to ignition as it retains a significant amount of moisture. It was very significantly, there was like a video as well. It was shown that someone took an entire fire torch to the bamboo and they just pressed on the fire torch and the bamboo did not set on fire at all. You didn't get anything of a receipt, but you did, so I will believe you, but I will still request that you get me the receipt as soon as you can. Let me... Thank you, Storm. If you have my Discord, if you have any songs you want me to sing for you, I will pop open the reverb afterwards. After I finish crying, I guess, I can probably sing, or I can save it for another day as well. Arigato, thank you so much. Alright. However, alright. Despite what I mentioned, however, there were witnesses that the bamboo did burn, and it was, agreeably and confirmed, it was a factor in the severity of the Tai Po disaster, if only because the fires were so ferocious that they burned the whole scaffolding, parts of which collapsed when the structure weakens, and then when the bamboo fell apart because they were very tightly wrapped up. And oh, do you guys know what that looks like? Scaffolding, bamboo scaffolding, Hong Kong. Grab what that normally looks like. I imagine, like, because I was talking about it, I'm like, wait, I know what that looks like, but do you guys do? Because it's like, it's a normal everyday structure and thing for me to see, but it's not for you guys. What the? So that's pretty much kind of how it looks like. Gotcha. Thank you, Storm. This is pretty much what it looks like. And they're like tightly wrapped around like the corners to make it like sturdy. And any sign of this, usually in Hong Kong, this is also a residential area, means that there is construction being done. This is entirely a common sight. It is the only sight and signal for construction, and if you see those stuff, normally when walking down the street, you just kind of walk away because like, oh, you're like worried and like, what if something falls? Normally it doesn't. It's just stay clear. Don't bother the people who are working. Alright. So fallen bamboo and other debris were reported to have hindered the firefighters' operation. It was because, like, some people did theorize it might have been the people's fault because there were, what's the word, collusion? Like a bit of money that the residents paid for one thing, but they skimmed out on it to pay for a cheaper service. Therefore, the things weren't as sound. But at the same time, it is also undeniable that this was a fire so ferocious that perhaps even with the strongest and the actual correct things purchased and used, it would have still caused the bamboo scaffolding to have broken anyways. We have a little visual guide here. The fire was first detected among the bamboo scaffolding materials near the lower levels down here, block F. Boop, 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 boop. The mesh netting may have contributed to a chimney effect, creating strong upward convection that drove in extensive rapid fire growth. As you can see here, that is the chimney effect with the wall and the mesh net, and that is how stuff is going up. Did you guys mix it up again? Thank you for the head passing you for taking attendance. You can see here. The raging fire then started to destroy the actual bamboo structure which sent the flaming debris crashing to the ground, and which is what I mentioned earlier, just earlier, about it blocking the firefighters' path. The debris then started to escalate and accelerate out. So from one block, this is when it went out. As colored in, with these yellow little blocks here, those are where specifically the foam boards were used that were blocking the windows and helped intensify the fires negatively. Fire then spread rapidly to the adjacent blocks, ultimately engulfing 7 whole towers. Each tower here were 31 stories, and they were 17 m in length, distance, different. Something else that happened was the winds. Strong winds helped fan the flames and push the fire across the scaffolding, spreading the blazes from the first building, from this Wangchang house, which is where it started, to the 6 other adjacent residential blocks, because as previously shown, they are all very densely packed. So like that is pretty much how then the fire and the winds just started blowing everything. Fire alarms. Covered windows blocked the view outside as buildings burned. Right, because of the mesh and the bamboo, it was hard to see outside. Director of Fire Services said fire alarms of all 8 buildings did not sound during the department's test. The failure of fire alarms during the deadly blaze is believed to have significantly delayed the evacuation of the residents. Survivors said they were unaware of the impending danger because they did not hear any alarms when the first fire broke out, which highlighting a crucial lapse in the building's safety system. As you can see here, not only was there no fire alarm, even if they looked outside, everything was entirely blocked off, lest they perhaps decided to walk up to their window and be like, let me touch the window for no reason. They might not have be like, why is it hot? Even then, it would have been afternoon. And not only was it normally blocked by the green mesh, some of the buildings, some of the housing, as we saw earlier, highlighted in yellow, were blocked off by the foam, by the white foam here. So the picture's a little small, but it's literally entirely blocked off. You cannot see outside. As mentioned, this will be closely scrutinized in the investigation. The material was used to seal windows on many floors near the lift lobbies. This allowed the fire to spread rapidly within the blocks and prompted window panes to shatter, escalating the fire and spreading it indoors. Some residents also said that the sealed windows made it difficult for them to know what was happening outside. I keep over, right. There we go. Oh, there we go. Hong Kong firefighters were put to the ultimate task by unprecedented conditions and the sheer scale of the inferno, which raged across many buildings simultaneously. Their work was made more challenging as firefighting equipment, ladders and hoses, could only manage to reach just over halfway up to the 31-story towers as the fire spread rapidly to upper floors. This is something that I personally also find insane. I'm going to interrupt myself here. I'm also going to say this feels absolutely insane because Hong Kong buildings, the average has to be 30 floors. Like, the height that it goes to, it's just probably, that's probably a low estimate. It's probably a low estimate. So many buildings in Hong Kong are so much taller. And to think that despite this, and how long it's been that Hong Kong has always been like this, that firefighting equipment only manages to reach halfway of 31 stories? That's like, what, 16? Whereas the 30 floors are Hong Kong probably average? I have some words there as well for the equipment that is made available to the firefighters, not to the firefighters themselves, who worked extremely hard to save everyone, but for the equipment that they have available to them. Some buildings would, some buildings do not. I would, like, for example, some buildings would have what we call in Hong Kong a fire floor? Hong Kong fire floor in residential building. I don't know how to explain it to you, and I can't find a good explanation instantly online. But what some places have is like a whole floor that is dedicated to stop fire. We call it a 防火層. And that means a prevent fire floor, literally, if I translate it into English. And that's like a floor that we can either evacuate to should the towers be really high, because as mentioned, 31 is a low estimate average of most Hong Kong tall buildings, even residential, not only business buildings. Then they would have a couple of these fire floors that you can evacuate to or walk down to, and hopefully if it does burn and burn all the way down, the fire there will be wrapped up in that big area and not go any further, and people can continue to evacuate down. But other than that, and fire alarms, I am not particularly informed in that kind of fire prevention type of thing. But yeah, thank you for asking. This is the picture of where it kind of started. So this red one is where it started off as. Then the fire kind of went vroom, and it went vroom, and all the way there. It was also an extremely windy day. Hello everyone on YouTube as well, welcome in. If you all would like the information yourself, do go check it out yourself. If you're able to, do choose to donate. If not, you are more than welcome to simply listen and get the word out. Thank you so much. Let me repost those links on YouTube as well. It takes time, you're so fine. You're so fine. I do also believe you. Will you, if you don't want to mention it in chat, you may also DM it to me, and I will add it to the goal. Here is a visual representation of how it happened. This is an accurate, like an actual satellite picture of Hong Kong and the Tai Po area. This is the Wang Fu Court, which is based, it means like the whole area. You don't think you opened it, you just didn't want to get emailed? Yeah, that works too, thank you, store. I promise I won't leak no bank information to nobody. This is where building F here is where the fire started, and it went to the others. H was not affected, thankfully, but all the others were. As we can see, it was also a bit of an old building. You don't have the receipt, so can't really. You say that like I don't believe in you. If you just tell me though. Just that there's no receipt from your bank either. I mean, you can send me the receipt later when you get it. I do hope it worked, question mark. But I appreciate you, thank you. It's kind of like an old building. It was built in 1983. There was blocks A to H. And in total, it housed, yeah, I guess. Past tense does kind of work now. It housed around 4,600 people. There were 248 flats per block. I don't know, is flat the same thing overseas? When we say flat, it means like a house on that floor. Because like within one block there would be 31 floors, and on each floor there would be like flat A, B, C, D, E, and then it's all tightly packed and we all live next to each other. I think that's the way it is in most apartments around the world too, right? Is it right? Okay. Right, okay, it's understandable, right? Because I'm like, is it the same overseas? Apartments visual. Get a good visual. Oh, there. Oh, please come. I mean, I think I saw a video the other day that did kind of show Hong Kong's apartment. There was a video that I watched, but I don't remember the creator's name. It was very recent. It's called a coffin apartment, if that makes sense. Oh, Malice, welcome in. Hey, Calm, welcome in. I don't know why Mix It Up is dead. I don't know why Mix It Up has been dying lately, but it sure has been dying lately. Let me restart Mix It Up. Thank you for taking attendance. Was it flats and apartments depending on... Oh! Let me see. This would be... Yeah. Oh, I have so much stuff open right now. So many stuff. Okay. Let me see. I think that's visible. Let me make sure the audio is also working. Oh, wait, I can't hear it. Did my headphones die? Oh, apparently you guys can hear it. Why can't I hear it? What the frick? What the? There we go. Oh, it doesn't have any voices. Great. Then why am I? Yeah. So sometimes in a singular flat, so this is in a singular flat, one apartment would be reconstructed, would be built to have more homes inside of it. So this is separated into two. I'm gonna go back a little. You can see here there are like little ladders. That's because there is one person living down here and another living up here. So along the way, you would see at least one. So each door would be its own living quarters and its own living place for a person. I'm trying to find like what it looks like inside a goddamn Hong Kong apartment. It was kind of new post, new video. Have to sort by filters, upload date. It's hard to find. I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of news reports going on about these. I don't know if America has talked about it. Apparently, CBS did. I want to hear what CBS said. What CBS say? I promise we'll get to the lighter stuff. I'll go to Instagram and see if we can find some lighter stuff. Happier things. I have to use my phone on instead to find it, so. I think I did send one to Mika that was kind of funny. But I also can't show you guys Mika and my items. Let me send this to myself. But yeah, thank you for sitting around, for spreading the word, all of that. I have calmed down relatively. So let's listen to this first. I want to hear what they have to say. When was this from? Was this from like a couple days ago? 3 days ago. So this was back when it first started, eh? Oh, wait, you guys can't hear shit.
A high-rise apartment apartment complex was engulfed in flames. At least 44 people are confirmed dead. Hundreds more are missing. A number of people reportedly have been arrested. Holly Williams has the very latest.
The fire started this afternoon, jumping from one building to another, engulfing this high-rise complex, which was home to nearly 5,000. I watched it spread from Block 6 to Block 5, said this resident. It burned all the way without anyone hosing it down. This distraught man named Wong told reporters his wife was trapped inside. By the time night fell, it was an inferno, with more than 700 firefighters battling to control the flames, and one of them killed. The housing complex was under renovation, with parts of it covered in scaffolding made from bamboo, which appears to have helped the fire spread. In Shanghai in 2010, bamboo scaffolding also fueled this blaze, which killed more than 50 people. And here in the UK in 2017, flammable cladding acted like a wick, killing 72 in a government. That fire sparked a public outcry.
And then they're talking about the UK. Cool.
Hong Kong, the fire department said some residents were unable to escape. They can't even begin to count all of the dead until they've extinguished the flames. Holly Williams.
I see why people got the impression that bamboo was the culprit overseas if the news overseas sounded like this. I kind of understand. I'm gonna wait till everyone's back from that. Oh, God. Alright, welcome back. So, I was listening to this, we were all listening to this, and I was saying how I kind of understand if the news reporting overseas sounded like this, that a lot of people believe that bamboo scaffolding was like, oh, it was like the biggest culprit kind of thing, when it wasn't. But I'll also give them the benefit of the doubt because this was 3 days ago. And we'll go to a local news site in Hong Kong called South China Morning Post. This was posted a day ago. Also, guys, this stream is going to be unarchived due to potential music and all the videos that I will be playing. Unfortunately, I do have to take it down, or if I do post it on YouTube, or if I somehow manage to keep it live, I might have to cut out a big part of it. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for thinking of us. I forget to South China likes to make these videos where it's just music.
We saw everybody running, the firefighter running. I saw something flew in the window, and then I smelled burning too. So I said, it could be fire. So I said to my employee, it's just fire, but she doesn't believe it. So that she said, you're going down first. And if it's fire, it's really fire, then call me. I just grabbed my bag with the document, and then I just going down and saw those two buildings from the two houses burned so heavy, burned so big. So I met my employee first because I called her, right? She's going down right away, and then I met her. At first I'm scared, of course I'm scared. When I come back around 1 hour later, I saw the fire has already spread into this building, into my employer's place. So I was like, crying because my stuff all over there. So I was like, oh, it's burning already. I said like,
That's valid.
Just recognize some picture is in maybe my body's of my dad because my body's still missing here. 理性就係話冇希望嘅，希望係個心有希望咁解嘅啫，係咪啊？你諗下咁多個鐘頭琴日俾佢聽，咁你而家仲有99個，其實有希望係假嘅，不過屍都要見啦，係咪啊？咁我睇下佢哋揾到未咁解啫。呢度有一塊鵝尾蛋啊，呢個可以點㗎？你話水板一號或者同埋。呢度係我屋企，望去嗰度實樓就係我屋企，嗰個排山嗰度就係我屋企。屋企應該係唔會俾我哋翻去㗎啦，所以我望到我屋企，我心好難受。好開心嘅我哋屋企，我哋呢個小區嘅人都好開心嘅，知道。
Oh God.
我哋呢個小區嘅啲人咧，生活
I literally can't let people start crying.
都唔係話。嗰個生活都係好幸福嘅感覺俾我哋，因為我哋日日翻工放工，街坊見到都好熱情打招呼，但係而家啲街坊我都見唔翻，又唔知佢哋點喎。
I don't know how hard the subtitles are I hope the subtitles aren't hard to read. I'm not reading the subtitles, even though most of them are speaking Cantonese. Because while a majority of people do know how to speak English in Hong Kong, I would say Tai Po is one of the older, and it is a subsidized area of Hong Kong, at least that building. So yeah, it's probably to be expected that a lot of them would be like older people that live there, and they wouldn't have as much knowledge when it comes to English, so you have to suffer a little bit of subtitles.
解咗度咁黑咯，可以入去呢個。呢張咧就兩個人瞓㗎啦，呢張佢瞓緊咯。
呢啲係嗰啲義工，話我哋乜嘢，我哋話啲床位嗰啲義工啊，專登整俾我哋瞓呢啲。佢話你唔好唔瞓覺啊，我整高啲俾你瞓啦，即刻整幾張床俾我哋瞓咯。
是啊，大家落食啊，啲飯好啊，攞下飯食咁咯。生果又有啦，即係好豐富噶啦，要乜要乜攞乜咯呢度啊。我哋不如更多做人，我驚唔夠人哋嗰度縮啊嘛。我哋喺度慣咗咯，知道邊度可以瞓得，邊度乾淨咯。
呀，我哋好多人嚟話俾我哋聽，嗰邊好多人都好悶啊，費事同我福院爭啦，我咪喺度暫時佢諗住1、2日。
解封咗啦，可以翻嚟啦。係啊，勁高啲解封咗。
Alright. Alright, I think we get the picture. I'm gonna see if I can find anything just a little lighthearted. I sent this to Mika earlier because I read it and I was like, aside from the one about the man, I couldn't find the little news about the man giving away food. the tattooed man, like all roughly going, take the food. It was really nice. Oh, there goes my phone. Let me adjust my camera. Alrighty. Give it a second. There we go. Alright, let's put it. Alright. So, apparently, this was posted yesterday. As the death cult climbs, there's been debate whether rescuing animals costs human lives, while many pushing back against that ridiculous claim. Alright, this is a different news reporting site that is different from South China Morning Post, but it's also it's a different newspaper in Hong Kong called Singdo. It's also a very common one. Hong Kong firefighters were criticized for rescuing pets in the Tai Po Fire. Click. On Thursday, November 27th, firefighters were seen rescuing residents, but also pulling trapped pets, including cats, dogs, and even turtles from the burning buildings. To date, more than 92 animals have been rescued, though this number includes those found dead. It is said more than 100 are estimated to be trapped or missing. According to Hong Kong media reports, some people felt human lives should have been prioritized over pets. Pets should be the last to be rescued, said one. Another felt that time spent saving animals could have saved more people. Others were quick to offer perspective, reminding everyone that firefighters don't get to choose who to save in a chaotic fire situation. Pet owners also joined in the debate, saying that their fur kids are family and are equally precious. If I had to choose between saving you or my pet, I'd save my pet, one angry netizen fired back. As usual, crazy arguments don't only happen in English over online. And even in Canto in Chinese, the online fights do get pretty ridiculous sometimes. Can you imagine? Someone going, if I had to choose between saving you or my pet, I'd save my pet. Like someone saying that at you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I'm fine. I'm so fine. I'm so fine. I'm okay. I'm deep breath. Oh my god. Yeah, today is. So it didn't work? Or like. Storm might have also chosen Red Cross. I'll probably just bug you guys. If it did. Oh! Okay. Then let me know. I will add it to the total. How about that? If you don't want to say it in public chat, you may DM it to me on Discord. Let me see if I can find any nice uplifting posts on the Hong Kong Instagrams. Come on. Like this one. Is there like a tag for the stuff happening in Hong Kong? Well, of course I'm seeing the sad stuff. ありがとう。あった。すぐに。Let me grab. You're correct. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, Arisan. If you have songs you guys want me to sing, I will pull out the reverb on the microphone. There we go. Hello, Aki from YouTube. Yes, I am also live on Twitch, so everything is simultaneously streamed on Twitch and YouTube right now. I'm only seeing the Syed stuff on the Insta. I want to find some nice stuff. As to say, some more funny stuff. That one was fun. I would need my actual phone that I'm using for camera to find something. Damn. You're like, this is unrelated to. This is unrelated to the Tai Po thing. But I thought it was really funny. This is entirely unrelated to the things happening in Tai Po, but is it? No. So good. This is unrelated, but I thought it was fine. It says, so these are dogs. You see those dogs? They have like little signs on their back, right? It's hard to see. Wait, there we go. Alright. You see those little signs on their back? So this one over here, the white dog, it says in the biggest word, it says fat. Do not feed. And then this one in all three similar letters just says do not feed. Literally this one. The white one has the biggest word here, just says fat. Do not feed. You do be sitting around looking cute, hoping you would feed them. And what is this? Really? Really, there's been shitty people like that. Wait, let me watch this one and see what this is about. Let me grab it. Sending it to myself so I can grab the links from my phone. Here, Alright, got it. I'm supposed. Okay, I am, but listen, I like to be informed, and I want to hear what's happening here real quick. IG. Alright, Alright, I hope this isn't too loud. Normally IG stuff is really loud and I don't know how to control it.
善心或者災民嘅脆弱去呃錢。今日懷疑有騙徒假扮義工，拎住一沓大埔宏福村災民登記表，派俾喺廣福村平台嘅公公婆婆。但係細心一睇，表格上面除咗要求填寫個人資料、身份證號碼、住址等，竟然仲要求銀
What the fuck?
行號碼同埋信用卡
Yo!
甚至係
Alright, so what was happening here is, aside from, of course, there are like many people helping out in the Tai Po areas, there are apparently fucking people who are handing out these forms, and they're handing them out to the elderly and people who probably don't know better, who are like in the temporary shelters. They're handing them out, and they're not only they're requesting like personal information, and not only that, that's literally requests for your bank account number, your credit card number. It's literally me on Twitch going, hey guys, hair flip, give me your credit card number. It's literally that, but as a form, and they're pretending to be volunteers helping out at the temporary shelters and handing them out to people and elderly who might not know better. What the frig? That's super low. Yeah? Hell yeah, hell yeah. If you DM me your credit card info, all that money is going straight to the Tai Po Red Cross and Habitat Hong Kong right now.
除咗現場派發假嘅登記表之外，有騙徒亦都假冒義工打電話俾喺醫院嘅災民，要求佢哋提供。
Not only that, apparently there's been, you know how the scam phone calls? That's also been going on. Of like, someone was posting, it's like, oh, I just got a phone call. Someone told me that my grandma, who lives in Tai Po, is currently in the hospital, saying that she's safe, but we need her Hong Kong ID number. And all that kind of stuff. Aside from that, remember how I read earlier on the news, Hong Kong, South China Morning Post, that Hong Kong government is giving people affected 10k Hong Kong dollars to like get by during this time. Apparently there's been like scammers and other people, impersonators, who have taken that money as them, like pretending to be people from specific places, and took that money. So when the actual person who needed it and who actually lives there goes to try to take that money that is for them, the people who were handing out there were unable to give it to them. This, I honestly blame the bad people, but it's like, why didn't the person also check a little bit better yet? Indeed, my stuff isn't working. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me try to restart Mix It Up. It's been a thing. I don't know, Mix It Up has been bad the last 2 days. Alright, back to happier stuff. Sorry, yeah. You don't... Oh, arigato. Thank you, Trower. I got your DM. Let me hurting that. Guys.
You don't want to be like this.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
Pretty much. I have considered it. I legally cannot. There we go. It works. Alright. On to nicer Tai Po related stuff. And the reason I use Instagram is because a lot of Hong Kong people use Instagram over everything else. See. I want to switch my phone again. Reckon? Let me try. A little wonky, but it works. You go. Get more angry. You're so fine. Rest well, Louis. Now I try to find nice things that have happened in the Hong Kong regarding I found one that says, "Bamboo doesn't burn, you knobs." That's funny. Posting all this into the wrong cheat of my own server, but it's fine. Bamboo doesn't burn, you knobs. That's cute. I will refrain from reading more information about it, as I believe everyone is well informed by now if you were listening. Let me turn on the music, background music back on a little bit again. Alright, see what I can. Ooh. This looks cool. This is a video. Is there audio? There is. Ooh. Yo. Damn. It really ain't burning. It's just sitting there. Oh. Oh. That's a lot of moisture that doesn't burn. It entirely didn't burn. It got sped up the video. Oh, it has cooled down. Oh, the bottom bit like did burn a little, as you can see, like towards the end, but really didn't burn at all. Oh, there's the fire torch video that I was talking about. It's like Google heard me. And they were like, you were looking for that torch video?
中国和香港以及全球的网友为竹子是助燃还是说易燃物爆发了很大的争论啊！全球都在高度关注这个问题，因为这个问题的解答直接关系到香港火灾的起因。中国的官方和媒体现在极力在往竹子上面认为香港火灾的主要原因是因为用的竹制的脚手架。
There was like a giant debate about a lot of Westerners going, well, yeah, you guys use bamboo, of course it burned.
因为两家中国的山东企业，一家生产这种防护
网， it did give birth to a lot of videos like this showing like, guys, bamboo doesn't burn.
烧的安全网现在变成了易燃物，基本上就是偷工减料啊。所以现在矛盾的焦点一下子就转移到这个竹子。
It was the safety nets. It was the styrofoam. It was all and the wind that added to the. It wasn't like yes, it burns.
竹子的引燃点 要1000度以上。
It's above 1,000 degrees for it to burn.
高温呢是很难实现的。所以竹子其实作为脚手架还是比
And
较
like,
安全。
as you can see, even as it burns, it is like burning in a concentrated little area and it isn't
当然有中国的粉
spreading.
丝网友呢，他就会说竹子有生竹和干竹子，对不对？生竹子用它做竹筒饭，或者说用它来烧的话，确实很难烧着。但是如果是干竹子呢，是不是容易？其实干竹子也不容易烧。大家看看这个视频里面做的就是烧干竹子，用这么强悍的火力烧了5分钟，整个视频是5分钟的啊，这只截取了一段，而且烧了也没把它烧着。更何况建筑的脚手架的竹子啊，它不是完全的干竹子，它在使用之前都是要泡过水，甚至是经过特别的处理，防止它容易燃烧。所以干竹子搭的脚手架
that's a sad and surreal. I can't.
这个大火烧过之后，外面的脚手架很多都还是好的，但是那个安全防护网，那个绿色的网基本上一个都没有，都烧光了，对不对？所以真正香港的火灾就是那个绿色的安全网。所以现在到底是谁引发了香港火灾？一个就是脚手架，一个就是那个安全防护网。安全防护网是中国生产的，
That's actually in English.
脚手架
Infographics, that's actually in Eagle instead of Chinese. Rabbit. Fire-resistant properties of bamboo. By understanding its flame retardant mechanisms, bamboo can be more effectively applied in construction and other uses, establishing it as an ideal sustainable material. Its cellulose is 40 to 50%, which provides excellent tensile strength and resists burning during heat exposure. Wow, that's a lot of science words. It's also moisture content super high, 40 to 50%. Its high natural water content effectively delays ignition and slows the combustion during fires. The silicates. Bamboo naturally contains silica compounds. At high temperatures, these melt and form a glassy protective layer that effectively blocks oxygen and prevents flame spread. Acidic substances. Natural acids such as tannins react with lignin and cellulose under heat, forming a high-temperature resistant char film that inhibits flame propagation. Yeah, we still use it. Yeah, gas release. During combustion, bamboo releases large amounts of water vapor and non-flammable gases, diluting the surrounding oxygen concentration and significantly reducing flame intensity. Basically, yeah, this is an infomercial for cause I don't know why that was the debate that sparked overseas. I don't know if it was just bad reporting from overseas that everyone what they understood was oh, it was the bamboo's fault or something. So then I scroll for nicer things. Scroll for more fun things that are happening because of this. Oh. Remember we were speaking of how it was the safety net that wasn't up to standard? Once again, Lord Google has heard us. So here we have a little video that shows on the right-hand side are the safety nets that were used in the Tai Po Fire, and on the left-hand side are the ones that are up to safety standards that should have been used. And pause that. Because the fire noises do be a little noisy. I want to see the funnier things. Where is the video about that man handing out food for free in Tai Po? Apparently, I think what's happening yesterday and today was something about a university student. Okay. Looks like he's a little bit misled. There's a university student in Hong Kong that's been handing out stuff, opening to petition for the ban of bamboos to replace them with steel and metal stuff. I don't know, I feel like that's not going to be very well received. I'm chilling, I'm taking deep breaths, I'm fine. I'm much better now. Oh, this is funny. It's unrelated to the fire. And we are currently chillaxed. There we go. So in Chinese, this says, I can feel / understand, I can read, how I can read, or like I can feel how the boss has gotten angrier and angrier. This says po. This also says po. That also says po. And this also says po. I think people were not pulling. It looks like it says after you, it might as well, you know? It says pull. Or well, it wants you to pull. It's a door. It wants you to pull. Remember to pull. Don't push the door. Oh, yep. Habitat in Hong Kong, Red Cross. And then there's posts of people getting arrested. Technically, there's nothing I can't show you guys on my Instagram. So technically, I could scroll my Instagram, but then every now and then you guys would see my Love and Deep Space posts from the accounts that I follow. I'm like, you guys don't need to watch me look at Love and Deep Space stuff. Wow. Then, oh, hi. And again, you guys probably have seen worse than my Love and Deep Space. Oh, I forgot to turn the music back up. Oh, just share the love. It is pretty big, ma. It is true, it is pretty big. Guess we risk it. It's good to see the cooking stuff that I follow as well. But there's cooking stuff that I follow. Let me edit the screen a little bit. So let's be a little taller, maybe. No, doesn't go any taller than those are my blue book. Yep, there's a university student that I was talking about. I don't understand this petition though. I'm like trying to understand it. And then there's some of the people being arrested. This one was like one of the people being arrested. Come on, games okay. Saved 3 cats and 1 turtles. That's the big yellow words in yellow. Saved 3 cats and 1 turtle. Very nice. Ooh, yummy. And then keychains. Yeah, I follow a lot of random shit, bro. Can I chill here? Oh, I should ask. Right, the son said no, but like, you, oh. Song is song time. Storm, if Storm is still awake at this hour. Ida, Sun, and Trower. Song. You guys have song requests? Sing a song that I like. I like many. I like many. I like many a song. Cosplayers work hard too. So very valid. Alright, I guess we chill. Not seeing the fun things, funny things no more. Damn. Wait guys, this one. Shut up before I go searching for songs. This one's cute. Get this one. This one. Hello. Hello. Welcome in. So the picture says, what the hell is this and why is it in our fridge? And the other person says, I made it for you, kissy face. And then the first person responded with a thumbs down. But it's so cute. Come on. That's adorable. Sometimes one must look at funny memes to return smile to face. Like this. Car licks lemon, car scrunch. The thumbs down because they can't bring themselves to eat it. You're so right, it's so cute. They couldn't bring themselves to eat it. Rune, welcome in. Thank you for taking attendance. You're so fine, going. Welcome in. I have unfortunately mostly finished talking about all the information and everything. And unfortunately, I cry really easily, so I have cried a little too much. but this is the TLDR, and if you would like to read or go over what I went over on stream, I do recommend you check out the VOD, or you can check out the thing I post here in more information. It is the last link. It's from South China Morning Post, one of Hong Kong's news systems. So you can read it in more information. You can scroll through. There's a lot of infographics. It's really easy to understand. It lays everything out really easily. Everything is going. Thank you for asking, Ruin. It's been going alright. I do. People who have donated have refusal to give us me songs to hum or to terribly sing for them. I can only underestimate it. Play locals. And we're just chilling now because I don't feel like crying anymore. But everyone do keep in mind what happened. Thumbs up. I hope y'all learned a thing or two, or got to, even if it wasn't about the fire, you gotta learn a thing or two about Hong Kong itself and how it works. Hear all that? Oh, 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 oh. There went the food. There went the food. Oh. Oh, oh. Went the food. To the victor the spoils, said the dog. It was like, I'm just gonna eat. Yum, 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 yum. Hello. I do not speak Spanish. I guess it is time to simply pull out song, huh? What song we pull out? Oh. Wait, I could listen to this. It's not fully mastered yet. Also, gonna repeat this again, but this VOD is gonna be taken down afterwards. Because, you know, all of that stuff. I still want to repeat this one. This one was such a good one. Because, like, people were criticizing the firefighters for rescuing pets. And then the person was like, if I had to choose between saving you or my pet, I'm saving my pet. Hey, Malice. I'm good. I have stopped crying. Thumbs up, you know, so that's good. And we reached my personal mini goal for the donations to Hong Kong Tai Po Fire. I didn't think we hit it. I was just gonna be happy for any amount of donation we get. So that's gonna be on the docket when it releases. I believe Mika told me it releases next week. Yeah. So, it's bad. It was bad. Did you miss peak? Yeah. You missed quite a bit. これだよね? So, alright. It is time. Since Ida-san says I can use his donation to choose any song I want to sing, then I will choose a song of myself. I'd never get through that either. I'm gonna bring my friend down. My friend is gonna work so hard to not scream, and then I'm just gonna be the one that ruins it. Japanese, English, 英語、日本語、Canto. English? Darn it. Me looking at my list of all Japanese songs. And then going, oh, darn it. Okay, English songs. You want Apata? Do you want me to chant Apata for you? 日本語大丈夫ですか？本当ですか？I don't know how to sing this song, but I've been wanting to sing. Trower, give me a song. Did you answer me? Oh, there you are. Just sing any Japanese song. Oh, I want it to sound good as well. Come on. What do you mean, huh? Trower? Oh, yeah, that was one of the things you get for helping donate. You get to select a song for me to sing. Head blanking? That's okay, take a second. I am also blanking as I look for a Japanese song, despite listening to 10 billion of them all the time. Is this an English song or is this a Japanese song? Chotto. Is this the Japanese song or is this... Technically it's an English song. Right? I realize you guys probably heard that because I have everything going. Alright, let me add my settings. Filters. Boop. Filters is on. Oh, apparently the echo on YouTube was on the whole time. Whoops, I'm so sorry, YouTube. You guys didn't tell me that your echo was on the whole time. Damn. Is the echo working? Echo! Now Twitch has echo. Yippee. I'm gonna make sure that the audio for the song is loud, you know? You thought it was like a thing? I'm so sorry. Hey Reginald, welcome in from YouTube. It was supposed to just be for the song section. The requested song section of today. Alright, this song. You guys heard it? Have you guys heard this song? I like it. I can't go ham, but I like the song. But give me song requests, come on. Otherwise I don't know what to sing. But I feel like I shouldn't do this one though. Cause it's so strong. What do you mean just like you for real? I'm just like you. I need to at least have a drink before I can sing. And I have no drinks in sight. Decide music, also true. How loud is this? Oh, it's not as loud as I want it to be. I'm so much louder. Have it. Thank you, Storm. I also prefer. Oh, I'm sorry, Reginald. Only people who have donated to the Hong Kong Tai Po Fire disaster are eligible to request a song from me. That is the point of today's stream. It's a charity stream. Thumbs up. We'll listen to your song request in my own time, though. I can post the stuff. Yeah, I can post the stuff that I posted over there. In YouTube again. It's been golden. Let me just copy and paste everything. Ta-da. Alright, fine. Do this. Because if I drag my feet any longer, I won't do it. I'm also lowering my microphone. Just a bit. Haha. Have you guys heard of this song? It feels like I got 0 reaction, so it's like you guys haven't heard of it. I can't sing after her. The patience that tell me what I need to say. Look my desire, it's bottom. Until I get sick. It's not picking up on the mic. Cool, it's not picking up on the mic. Because I'm moving it away. Well, I'm doing Fine, we'll do a couple of songs. You fix some problem on your face. Maybe a different song that doesn't cut me off, although the mic doesn't cut me off. Okay, I guess we are going to... Let's just go to Apatow, yeah? I think we can do that. What do we all think about Taylor Swift? I feel like Taylor Swift would get me taken down off of YouTube, like, in an instant. Oh, I forget, I'm also live on YouTube. I think this means I kinda have to either mute myself on YouTube, or I kinda have to leave for YouTube for now, guys. Alright, that is the decision. Alright, everyone on YouTube side, I appreciate you all for coming. If y'all wanna join in on the little terrible concert adventure, because my microphone is not set up for live concerts, do click onto my Twitch and I'll see you over there. If not, thank you everyone for coming on YouTube side. Thank you for listening to the infographic. Zane talks about what's been happening here in Hong Kong. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon on the other side, eh? If not, that's entirely fine, and I'll see you guys next time on YouTube.